So, hangashila sakadankai megal namaskaru. Migal नाव संयुक्त आणि आज हांव तुमगेल होस्ट आसता. हांव आतां जर्मनींत आसा आनी एक स्टार्टअपान तूं सॉफ्टवेअर इंजिनियर जावन काम करता आसा. तशी हांव तुमकां आजी आमगेल्या अनेक एपिसोड ऑफ फूड टॉकाक तुमकां स्वागत करता, वेर वी हॅव विथ अस वर्षा प्रभू. वर्षा एक फूड टेक्नॉलॉजिस्ट मंगलोरा दुकुनू. ती आतां कलोनांत आसा आणि तिगल स्पेशलायझेशन म्हणल्यार फ्रूट प्रोडक्ट डेव्हलपमेंट अँड क्वालिटी मॅनेजमेंट. अँड तीन आज आमगेलो ठांग आशिल्ल्याक फर्स्ट हांव तिका नमस्कार सांगता आनी थँक्यू म्हणटा. तशी सो द टॉक आयची टॉकाचें आमगेलें नांव लेबल टू द टेबल, डिकोड फूड लेबल्स अँड न्यूट्रिशन इन्फॉर्मेशन फॉर बेटर हेल्थ म्हणून. तशी तुका स्वागत करता वर्षा. सो तुका एक चान्स दिता, प्लीज इंट्रोड्यूस युअरसेल्फ.
Okay, thank you so much, Samyukta. Miguel na Varsha Prabhu Mangalore adakun team Sureka Sangla. Germany 2018 ayilali, but Cologne antu 2022 adakuna sir. Basically, avat 4 years, 3.5 years moni ata Germany kaam karta sa. Shikil Germany tu chi masters kelala international food business and consumer studies. And then magiri winged startups काम करता असली. So it was vegan egg, मागीर एक edible cup, तुगेल coffee cup तच कितेर काम केला. आता currently एक catering company काम करता आसा, तानी schools and कीटाका fresh food deliver करताची. So थंय quality management आता आसा. So Miguel main task of course audit suppliers natla kitchen cleanliness plus everyday food tasting is a part of my job. हांव मंगलोर दाखून वय आणि हांव स्कूलिंग मोस्टली केवी दाखून केलेला. माय डॅड वॉज इन कॉर्पोरेशन बँक. सो तेश म्हणताना हांव गांव भोंवन थंय दाखून मिगेल पॅशन फॉर फूड बरो सूर जालेला. सो दॅट्स ऑल आय वुड से.
Okay, so you've spent most of your time tasting food आणि आता तुगेल कॅरियर येतान तू आसा. तशीच अशी एक क्वेश्चन की when you're not decoding these food labels तू कसं करता? What are your hobbies?
Books. I love reading books. Hiking mak lagta. Gym अच्छा लगता. Meeting friends, exploring cafes. So this is what mostly I do. Unfortunately, मस्त काय talent ना. नाही dance आता सा, नाही singing asa. So it's basically just relaxing mode येतं. मग खाली घरा बसून कसले कर नाशी मिगेल हॉबी चढ.
No, but I think food and nutrition कसं ना आता कशी आता I think that is also another talent because आम्ही इतले जण असच आज 20+ जण असच कॉलारी and I think few more to join. आमका कोणाकय मस्त सकड आयडिया ना, like I'm pretty sure तू आज आमगेल कॉलान तू कवर करता की आम्ही डेली खाऊच फूड आणि कसं असता कसं ना, and things might be surprising to us, we don't know. No. Right, so that's a talent, I mean.
Yeah, I think sorry to interrupt, but कोणा engineering, doctor, lawyer जाऊचा जाय ना तनी food science and nutrition अरेखताची because that's how you can make money.
So तू कशी आहे field आणि daily? How did you get into this field?
I think there are a lot of reasons. एक तो मळल वरी गांव भोवन मस्त food try केला. So ताजी निमती overweight झाली. And then she आणि मग basically astronomer line at वचुका. I wanted to be an astronomer, but then we had physics and maths. Unfortunately, maki only subject that came to me was chemistry. So mak nutrition शिक्षा आश असेला इता मला mak कोळका असेला what is like wrong with me or how can I change my lifestyle and so on. Takacha nutrition line rigili. And over a period of time, I learned like by okay chuki kartas kasa kartasa, but the pauni magiri as I went on ted the makkalle ki khali to exercise natlar un ek haucha help kar na to better health aka. There is something more to it. So and I malal very mak food mast lagta sil. So packaged food tan pack part asila. So that khatta na केन्नाय तुम्ही उडगास असताल 10 वर्स पुढे आटा मॅगी नूडल्स तसल कसले फ्रंट लेबल घान दवरताची अँड आवय त्याची फ्रंट लेबल पळून घेत असली बट जलारे मिगेल वेट उण जायना असेला. सो दॅट्स वेन म्हाका रियलायज जालें एक दिवस टर्न करतना द फर्स्ट इंग्रेडियंट आटा न्ही आशिल्लें मैद आशिल्लें. So that's what म्हाका रियलायज जालें या तो गोलमाल मस्त आसा, let me enter into this line म्हणून. So that curiosity, passion अंजावनु it went ahead.
क्रेझी लाईट बल्ब मोमेंट बद्दल सांगता जाला रे लायक हांवें अशीच पेर अशी तर मॅगीच मॅजिक मसाला आसपय त्या पेट्टेरी वयर बरोवन आसा आयर्न अँड विटामिन डी की कसं की म्हणून सो आय वॉज वंडरिंग तांतू कितला आसूं पुरो एक्चुअली आयर्न की विटामिन डी की इज इट ट्रू नॉट ऑर वॉट सो ओके या तशी सो तू हाजे पयस फूड खंय पुरो काम केला म्हणला
हांव इंडिया एक वर्स हँग्यो आईस्क्रीमचा काम केलेला एज अ प्रोडक्ट डेव्हलपर. थंय हांव एक वर्स आशिल्ली आनी मागीर वाळटीक जावन हांव जर्मनी आयली. आतां जर्मनींतू ऑर युरोपांतू फूड लॉज मस्त विंगड आसा, इंडियांत विंगड आसा. सो ते अप्लिकेबल न्ही, ट्रान्सफरेबल न्ही नॉलेज. सो ताका हांवें जाय तापास शिकया म्हणून आपास शिकली. आनीक एक मास्टर्स केला. मागीर ते कोण तरी कापोल एक चॉकलेट कोटिंग कंपनी आसा. सो तांणी कॅन्डीज आनी तुगेले ते शोकोलिन्जन म्हूण येता त्या कोटिंगा वयर काम केला. मागीर वीगन एग तुका आतां वीगन प्रोडक्ट्स ट्रेंड येता तुका. सो त्या वीगन एगान तूं प्रोडक्ट डेव्हलपमेंट काम केलेली. सो थंय इट्स व्हेरी क्रेझी हाऊ मच वी वर्क. त्यामुळे सेन्सरी सायन्स म्हणून सेपरेट आसता. सो तुमगेले कन्झ्युमर्साक हाऊ टू ब्रिंग बॅक टू दॅट प्रोडक्ट ताचे विशयी वर्क करता आसलीचे. अँड देन तुगेला अनेक एक कंपनी सस्टेनेबिलिटी टू ऑल कप म्हणून आशिल्ले. दे वर ऑल्सो स्टार्टअप. चडटी स्टार्टअपान तूं काम केला त्यामुळे म्हाका इंटरेस्ट आशिल्लें स्टार्टअप्सा काम करूंक. सो थंय आमी एडिबल कॉफी कप करता आसली. तो थंय म्हाका फ्रॉम सायन्स पॉयंट ऑफ व्यू विंगड आसा बिकॉज इट्स जस्ट आईस्क्रीम कप.
ओके
स्पून काप घालल्यार 85 degrees ते मेल्ट जायना, सॉफ्ट जायना. यू कॅन स्टील होल्ड इट फॉर 30 minutes and then drink your coffee.
ओके
पिवेत मागीर कप एक खावेत बिकॉज युजली पेपर कपा भितर एक थिन प्लास्टिक लाईन आसता. सो इट इज नॉट कंपोस्टेबल. फिश म्हणटाना दिस कंपनी तांणी त्या लायनांतू फोकस करता आसली सस्टेनेबिलिटींतू. सो दिश म्हणटाना आमी आय वॉज वर्किंग ऑन दॅट लाईन. And then at our quality management antu I got an opportunity. So that's how I'm working on. Ita mana masta product development kaam kella. Just to change quality management shikaya munu. Got that again it's a typical German family business. Thai at sadya ek mahin gi jala.
Oh, okay, that's nice to know. तू सांगला की कॉफी कप एडिबल असता म्हणून तसं लाईक कंपनी how is a coffee cup edible? Like कसं नान केलेलं तर only paper?
नाही this edible coffee cup is तुगेले waffle करताना ice cream waffles. हे असता भितर आम्ही coating घालताची. It's a gelling agent म्हणून येता combined with wax. So तुका moisture आणि heat resistance देता. So something like that you can say is yeah.
Okay. The wax healthy वा?
It's added in a very small amount so it's fine.
Okay.
As long as we are in under regulation काय जायना.
Got it. कळला. आम्ही आता now that you just say this, I mean every day we eat food नवा आमगेला घरांतू. And but I think आता Apple आणि now iPhone release केल्यार I think we know more about it than the food that we actually eat every day. So well experience adukunu. I mean what are the things that a common person may not know about their food or how this industry actually works?
I think you have to be a bit more specific. Can you tell me more like what exactly you asking?
I mean ek food industry कश चलता म्हणून आमगेल मत्तान कळना like you said initially right at the आटा आणि पडेल but it was actually maida but we don't understand that or realize it. We just see what's in the front. So what are some of those common things that we don't realize day to day and we just
end of the day पळा सकट फूड बिझनेस तुका चढती 90% प्रॉफिट अंत असता. आणि तुगेले प्रोडक्ट्स मस्त डिफरंट वे सेल करू ट्राय करताची. तांकां गोतच जना ट्रेंड कसले म्हणून. आणि मस्ट ऑफ द चढती फूड इंडस्ट्रीज कसं करता म्हणल्यार इवन रिसर्च पेपर्स आणि फंड करताची. सो ताचे निमती यू विल गेट ऑल्सो लिटल बिट चेंज्ड आन्सर. So where was I? चढती तुगेले फूड इंडस्ट्रीज प्रॉफिटार वे फोकस करताची. देर आर फ्यू कंपनीज खंय तुका जेन्युअनली हेल्प करताचे. बट आता कसं जाता आस म्हळ्यारी जन आर वेल इन्फॉर्म्ड तांकां इन्फॉर्मेशन गोत्ता आसा. सो तांणी कसं करताची आमी किशी ट्रिक कोरया जनाका की तुमी आमगेल प्रॉडक्ट घेवच्या जाता. आता जर्मनीन पळयल्यार ट्रेंड कसं वीगन तुम्ही पळयता हाय प्रोटीन की बरं बट फूड इंडस्ट्रीज असल टार्गेट कोण नो त्या फ्रंट लेबलिंग सूर करता आसाची. सो दॅट डोंट टर्न द पॅकेज अँड रीड द अदर इंग्रेडियंट्स. सो या आय थिंक मियर प्रकार आनीकी जनाक गोतना की तू मागशी पॅकेज टर्न कोण पळयताना फूड लेबल अँड न्यूट्रिशन लेबल पळोवका. लायक पळोवन किशी आयडेंटिफाय कोरका इज समथिंग विच इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. अँड या तू कोणेय सांगना टेक्निकली फूड इंडस्ट्रीज तो सांगना. आणि मोस्टली कोण न्यूट्रिशन खाली न्यूट्रिशन शिकलात आणि युजली सांगताची पॅकेज फूड अवॉइड करी. इथं म्हळ्यार एक समथिंग कॉल्ड अल्ट्रा प्रोसेस्ड फूड अँड समथिंग कॉल्ड प्रोसेस्ड फूड. त्या दोन कॅटेगराईज करूंक कळका. आता तू कॅन्ड चर्ण घेतल्यार इट इज प्रोसेस्ड. चिप्स घेतल्यार अल्ट्रा प्रोसेस्ड जाता. when you strip the nutrients tak ultra processed mantachi, but if you still maintain a part of it, it is processed. So milk or cheese also they are processed. So that categorize korcha and then you read kasa jata sa, that and all has to be. So that's something which industries don't want you to know when it comes to ultra processed food. So that they tend to show you it's healthy. Try kartachi. It is not healthy. So don't believe just because a company आणि मस्त फूड इंडस्ट्री स्टार्टअप्स बाय करता आसाची. अँड दोज स्टार्टअप्स माइट क्लेम टू बी क्लीन लेबल अँड सो ऑन. यू ऑलवेज हॅव टू अंडरस्टँड की कोणेय चड कसले फोकस करतात हेल्थ नातल्यारी फ्रंट लेबल. इट्स नॉट दॅट दे आर रॉंग, बट कंझ्युमर आय थिंक यू ऑल शुड रीड बिहाइंड अँड सी व्हॉट इज इट बिफोर जस्ट completely trusting on their marketing strategies.
Got it.
That is something I would really want people to know.
Kalla. So now that you're focused so much on, you need to read what is behind the label. If I'm just a regular shopper, let's say I just go to a supermarket jaito, and then I'll take some, let's say, super healthy protein bar mon ghetta, and maybe healthy biscuits jo kase cake ghetta. Like, what is that thing that I'm supposed to see, and how am I supposed to understand what is going on?
Okay.
It's in a red flags is key. Like, what is something that I'm supposed to notice?
ओके. तू आता इन जनरल फर्स्ट सांगता तू पॅकेज मागशी गुंडायताना ऑलवेज फोकस ऑन फर्स्ट 3 ingredients.
Okay.
First 3 ingredients, if they say high protein atlari whole grain, and tu maida first 3 ingredients and na sugar first 3 ingredients and na oil na, then it is coming behind. Then you can understand that ki okay ya changas sha puro ta ek idea tuk detta to kednai first 3 ingredients. सेकंड लो शुगर म्हणताची, बट तुम्ही शुगर खंय आसा कितले पण शुगर ऍड केला म्हण पळोवका. इथं म्हणा शुगराचे 200 नाव आसा. खाली शुगर म्हण येना तुका. आता आजकाल तुका डेट सिरप राईस सिरप तसल नमना नाव येवच्या सूर जाला. माल्टोडेक्स्ट्रीन डेक्स्ट्रोज कोणाकय कळना. आता शुगर बरयला जनाक कळता, बट देन समटाइम्स कोकोनट शुगर म्हण बरयताची. कसले शुगर आसा इट इज नॉट गुड. So the cumulative sugar kitla asta mon ta kolka. So this is something which I focus. Second, when they say clean label or clean ingredients, dish mantana tumi tal podoka kasa namna oil. If it's palm oil, sunflower oil, that is also very important. Ita malari end of the day to nutrition label wajitana fat, protein, fiber आणि sugar या 4 वस्तू तुमको कोळका. त्या फायबर नाही फॅट आणि तुगर शुगर खंय दुखून येता आसा त्या पळोवका. ऍडेड शुगर विंगड नॅचरली शुगर प्रेझेंट आशी विंगड. आता तू डेट्स पावडर घाल्ले म्हणलाक डेट्स आर नॅचरली शुगर असता. सो त्यांनी बाय लॉ न्यूट्रिशनान घालका थंय मनशान भिवका म्हणना. बट एक्स्ट्रा ऍडेड शुगर थंय पळयतना आता तुम्ही चोको चिप्स पळयले नातल्या क्रॅनबरी पळयल्या आणि केन्नाय बरयता लाइस्ट गेजू कट म्हणून थंय शुगर येता. सो त्या क्युम्युलेटिव्ह कोरनू पळयताना then you'll get an idea. So चडती म्हणारी तुमगेल ingredient, this is how the first 3 ingredients you have to observe. Then of course तुगेल nutrition information पळोवका. You have to look if it says healthy biscuit, then fiber, fat, protein, table sugar. processed meat getas monjalari, like your ham, the and bacon, or even those sausages, they nitrites and nitrates use karta chi for longer shelf life and to give that nice pink color. So
Mm-hmm.
that is something that you have to stay away from because they are known to cause cancer and they're under group 1 by WHO and everyone. So
Okay.
mantana ta to complete avoid kelar changa. Otherwise, what they say is 70 grams per day of processed meat should be fine, but it will not remove the cancer. So, the cancer causing reduced jata. But again, it affects on your lifestyle,
Mm-hmm.
eating, drinking, and all those habits. I would personally recommend avoid,
Mm-hmm.
but then if you can't, then it's your choice.
Okay. You
Um,
said, yeah,
yeah.
go ahead. Sorry. To Santashil.
Huh. Then you have thickening agents. So you have something like methyl cellulose, carrageenan, gum arabic, and so on. Usually thickening agents या तो fiber adakun karta ji. So if you are someone who is gut sensitive,
Mm-hmm.
तुमको gut issues, you go to loo frequently, then they kind of help you actually for the faster bowel movement. So
Mm-hmm.
Tishimantana, you have to see if that suits your body or not and then avoid accordingly. So you have to keep an eye on it. There is no research that says it causes cancer or something like that, but gut together sensitive aslari, this is something which you have to look for. And then choldu anka, especially artificial colors. There are certain colors that is shown to cause hyperactivity in children. So they kind of, they're always irritated and ekad dhaunta astachi. In general, kids are active, that is different. But when you keep giving this food over a period of time, they lose their concentration power. They are not really that, focused. So
Mm-hmm.
those colored foods asta. So like let's say they are given in E numbers, E102, 104, 124 asta. So just Google it and see what color is it and then
Mm-hmm.
have a short look. So color is something which you have to pay attention if you're giving to your child.
Oh.
So these are some things and artificial sweeteners. So kanche OL and end jata, sorbitol, xylitol, maltitol, and so on. That avoid kelar changa. Must the research na, but your gut can get irritated. Aspartame, acelfame, they're also not good sugars. So acel sakara dakun, usually you'll find these in low fat, low sugar puddings in
Okay.
Germany. So that is tuka dairy products antu, tuka health based antu, you'll find it because they're cheap sugars, artificial antu. You'll hardly see stevia or monk fruit. They're expensive.
Mm.
So in that way, I think, basic. If you focus on items, then you can say yes or no.
Oh my goodness, this is something how itla imagine kani itla detail antu pura asta manu, and I don't know, maybe, but mak at least it was very new to know that even food colors cause irritability in children and ita shimanari how things affect munpada. It's eye-opening thing for me, to be honest.
Okay.
My God. But why? Tashichi, I actually a question because at the tinned food melta and frozen food melta. So which one is healthier? It both may not be healthy or something, but which one is healthier? Is there something like that? That ki frozen food hocha na tashkasa ne?
First of all, tinned food is healthy, jatta, frozen food is healthy asta. Depends
Oh.
on kasa type frozen food geta. To khali frozen vegetables getas, it is not a problem.
Oh.
Actually, frozen vegetables are in general nutrient churd asta. See, logically to think kellari, harvest jattari tani store kartachi. The transport jan yovnu amka pautari ta already ripe panjavnu degrade jatta asta. But to me store kon freeze kon magir petailari. Freezing antu you actually restore the nutrients. So
Oh.
frozen at palak melta, frozen gobi kasale asa. Khali frozen, they are not adding anything to it. As long
Yeah.
as they're not adding anything, it's fine. There
Ah,
is no
okay.
problem. Canned food ante tu kedna churn or rajma tasal kasale ghitlari. Bada kai problem na only thing kasa kor kamalari the drain ko nu wash karache because when you wash to get ek liquid asta that might cause someone feel gassy.
Okay.
Sama dhu no magir wash kelari kai it's not a problem. So there you don't have to worry whether it is frozen or canned.
Got it. Okay, that's very nice to know because makai food konke sangil ki frozen food has more nutrients modu, but I wasn't really sure. I mean, I couldn't believe it, Jaita. So that's how I happened to ask
Depends.
this question. Tashi. At the vegan food, it's somewhat trending nowadays, right? So, and it has been a game changer for a lot of us living here because I'm a vegetarian myself, and
Okay.
makhang vegetarian only restaurants, it's very rare in Germany. Plus,
Mhm.
also a lot of restaurants do not have like enough vegetarian options, so
Mhm.
vegan options are stay crush.
Okay.
So आमकां तेन्ना एक लॉटरी मेळ्ळाली म्हणके तशी सो असो एंडलेस ऑप्शन असेल तेन्ना इज दिस ऑल गुड आय मीन आर वीगन आय मीन इज वीगन फूड गुड ऑर यू नो आतां वीगन मीट आयला आमकां ते मीटलेस चिकन तेरियाकी म्हूण सबवेन तांणी मेळटा सो इज दॅट all healthy or do we need to pay attention to something in this area?
हांव कसो सांग म्हळ्यार इट इज बेटर टू अवॉइड इता म्हळ्यार तूं आय थिंक केन्नाय फूड घेतना लॉजीक पळोवपा आतां तूं वीगन फूड पळयता आसा वीगन फूड घेवचे हेल्दी आसा पुरो अनहेल्दी आसा पुरो रेस्टॉरंटाक करचे आपास हेल्दी असता अनहेल्दी असता आतां इंग्रेडियंट्स आमकां गोतना not all vegan products are bad, but there are some companies that I looked for, like Daawat, Davert. They have their chicken veggie chunks ki, and there is Green Legend vegan filet, natlari Green Force, Nestle echta. So they have some ingredients which I personally don't like. Ita malari, mak kasa arth jana, they have certain like fat 100 grams antu. They are having like let's say 20 gram, 25 gram fat, and to padelar second ingredient will be sunflower oil. So tishi mantana restaurant atuk serve kartan it will not be 100 grams. It will be more than 100
More
grams.
than that.
So tishi mantan to unnecessarily sunflower oil consume karta, so it is high in fat. You
Yeah.
will automatically consume thickening agent. Maltodextrin is the worst sugar you can have, which is indirect for your like added in small quantities, but they are added. So तुगेला sugar चढता. So तुम्ही कसं करत मला घरांत you can check some vegan products मागशी पळयाची added sugar antu it will be like 5 or 6 gram sugar so tu 100 gram antu 500 gram sugar vegan product adakunu yettas tu per day consumption 20-25 grams of added sugar so
Right.
yechi tugal 10 gram khalla magir tu dessert khawcha man kela so your it piles on to your stuff
Yes.
so what I would say is vegetarian khayachi but don't look for vegan options I mean तुका veg patty natlari तुका आज even some restaurants are creative tani vegan products directly use karna tangele asta kasale tofu ghalche that is fine as long as they are putting direct vegan product tofu ghalla natlari kasale winged patty kon ghala but not industrial you need to check not as I'm telling sakkad white nahi but to kanchi brand use kartas gotna either you can ask and look for it or
Right.
you can just see for other options.
I see. Okay. That's interesting to know, Pada Sankajalari. Now, yeah. I mean, circling back to the previous point that you brought, right? To ek point halal ki food color, it might cause some mood changes in children. I'm a bit more interested in that part of things. I mean, good food, good mood, mon mantachi. So my intuition about it was always like when you have good food, something that you like, it makes you instantly happy and everything. But since you said this, there must be a lot of other things, right? Similar to the point that you brought, wherein it can affect your mood, it can affect maybe memory, mental health, and what we don't know. Maybe tu kasane hajje points jo kasane tu galas lari, or maybe some inputs, your suggestions, advices. We'd like to know that.
See, gut is a very interesting topic, I would say, because gut and brain connection is very strong. They're like best friends. Tish Mandavari. So tu kasa tu sangil na when we eat good food, we are instantly happy. Now, good food can also be cake for you, but they are not good food for your brain and for your gut. So tishi mantana tu good food kasa karta tu kedna churd fruits, vegetables, whole grain khatta. तुगेल process किशमा तो खाता digest जस्ता small intestine आवता मैं large intestine वरलल सरलल बता हे तो मस्त bacteria जस्ता good or bad they are balanced based on your diet and everything ratio is up and down आता तू healthy खाऊच असेल मनीष मोंचला री तुगेल gut bacteria मस्त असता so good and bad so good gut bacteria कसा करता या like fiber तक खाण खाऊनु serotonin, dopamine, GABA monica chemical mon lack up. It's like chemicals for your brain. So how it helps is to at the stresses mon come on lack up. have been eating constantly healthy food. So the time requirement antu gut signal petaita. All is well, all is well, all is well. It keeps on sending. So when it sends it, you'll be more calm.
Mm.
You have seen some people are calm even in stressful situations. Some people like padpadaitaji. Like kasala modam gotta. They don't know how to stay calm. So that anxiety is something that usually can happen if you have also a lot of gut bacteria.
Mm.
Takachi, they always say you should eat whole, rich fiber foods, which kind of helps your gut bacteria with it. I mean, there is a lot of things that can go up and down if you eat really low fiber food, alcohol, let's say deep fried food. They are not liked by the gut. You might
Mm.
feel happy, your brain might feel happy, but the gut doesn't feel. After 2 hours, when it reaches the food, it's not happy. So that signal, yeah,
Uh-huh.
it is very true. It is called second brain as well.
Okay.
And they are responsible for your immunity. They are responsible for your mood swings, and also your kishi stress reduce korchaka, happiness aka. They all are responsible. So I think that's something which everyone should focus on and
Mm.
make sure you guys are like eating all good stuffs.
Yeah. So right. I mean, there's so much to decode at the. It's hardly been like 28 minutes since we have gotten into this, and the amount of insights that I've gotten is like I haven't gotten it in the past 25 years of my life.
Good to
So
know.
but yeah, just a fun fact for all the others that Varsha runs this really cool page called Uncut Bites on Instagram, and she posts a lot about nutrition and tips about food, good food, bad food, what does it affect, and so on. So tumi pura vachon tigal Instagram page follow korka and also check it out. I'm pretty sure you'll get a lot, enlightened a lot. Tashi, my question to you, Varsha, is what inspired you to start Uncut Bites? What was the reason you got started with?
First of all, I think I was getting irritated with the kind of information that was being given on Instagram. मस्त भिवायता सची for no reason. आणि एक एक जन उलूच पळयतना I feel आमक actually valid ना because आमगे traditional food किश असा किश खाता सची it is well to go. Of course, आम्ही land wing at Germany in सची we need to tweak a bit as per our profession and lifestyle.
Yeah.
I agree all those things, but भिवून दवरचे या खाऊ नका त्या खाऊ नका इशी करू नका तिश करू नका त्या मग पळयतना मग त्या तिथले लागनी personally. And also must jana packaged food of sangilvari. Of course there are a lot of negatives in packaged food, but there are also some things which actually industries are helping people to make their lives easier. To cut vegetables frozen melta to ghara besun cut kor ka na. So that is not a wrong concept. सतीश म्हणताना एकूपंत भिवून घालचे एकूपंत रॉंग इन्फॉर्मेशन दिवचे नातल्यारी तुगेले प्रोटीन चड खाव का दूध पिवचा नेज या कोर का vegan is the best option. And if you read the research papers, they are very controlled, or they'll be on mice. To the system. Natlari, they will not consider their life factors. Like if they smoke, they drink, what is their lifestyle, and so on. So एक पार्ट तू खाली एक्सट्रॅक्ट कोर न्हू त्या स्टडी केल्लारी इट इज स्टील नॉट वॅलिड म्हूण सांगूं येता तो म्हळ्यार तू मस्त सकट फॅक्टर्स कन्सिडर करता ना त्या मनशा लायफस्टायल ह्या सायड. सो हांव कसो म्हणचे की खावच्या तितले स्ट्रेस घेऊ नकाची कितला कितले स्ट्रेस घेताची तितला तितला चांग फूड डे तुमगे लंगा पॉयझन जावन वता ती खातना ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ रिलॅक्स जावन लेक्कून लॉजिकली थिंकून येस नो आमगे ल्हान अम्मा खाता आसलीची तांक केन्ना कसले जायनी या खावन आमक कसला सडनली भिवयता आसची. सो आय थिंक इट्स जस्ट टू शट ऑल द नॉइज. तितलं पोस्ट ना मिगेल अंतू तू पळयला म्हाका वाजून नीड दिसना या जना सांगच्याक तो आ पोस्ट करना. सो अननेसेसरली पोस्ट कोण भिवूचे इट डजंट मेक सेन्स. So that's why based on what I read, and it takes time to read and I enjoy reading. So that's why I posted. Otherwise, and I ask people if they have any questions. That's the reason also this talk kind of helps me because I'll know what people are looking for. It can be one of the content in my Instagram page.
Yeah.
So Tishi.
So who are you trying to help the most? Do you have a particular target audience or are they just the misled community around us.
I think I would rather say that there is no age group. It's about
Yeah.
anyone and everyone who really wants to think logically and consume food. Of course, एक एकला लेके असता एक एक जना चढ मसल जाय या जाय ता जाय म्हणून
Right.
focus is basically in order kona a common healthy life, happy life rabuka without sacrificing the food that you guys like. You can go for it as what my this thing is my goal.
कळला, गॉट इट. आमगेला एल्डर्स आसा न्हू म्हळ्यार आतां मामा मस्तापूर बाप्पम्मा पिज्जम्मा कोणे तांणी आमकां फूड ताकून सांगचे आशिल्लें सांग दुखून दाळी म्हळ्यार प्रोटीन मग खावका लायक जय जिवाक उकडे तांदूळ म्हळ्यार फायबर रंदेंत व्हेजिटेबल्स कितले जात तितले घाली तर तुगेल्या हेल्थाक लायक अशी तशी पुरा सो तांणी सिक्रेटली न्यूट्रिशनिस्ट आशिल्लें की म्हणटा
They were definitely, I would say, very smart. And they knew because it was time tested nutrition what they did for their lifestyle. And tanni touch takit modified kella. Like as the time went, they modified accordingly for their body. I think which is very smart. Atta kala jan karta nachi. Tanni kasa aikala padela okay try korea. But long term kasa jata 20 वर्ष नंतरी effect कसा जाता कोणाकय गोत ना. व्हीगन फूड आत्ता येता असा आता 20 वर्ष 30 वर्ष नंतर स्टडीज एक 4 वर्ष 5 वर्ष 1 वर्ष जाऊन असतला तुका 20 वर्ष नंतर कसं जात म्हणून गोत ना. एव्हरी लँड तू जन तांगेल ट्रेडिशनल कल्चरल फूड असता तू त्या सोन तू कसला व्हीगन आवोचुक आता मुस्लिम्स यू कॅनॉट टेल देम बी व्हीगन तांणी थंयचे आमगेल गळ कतात तलीचे सो तू फ्रेंच आवोचून सांग क्रॉस सोडी तांणी थंयची तुका वापस पेटयतली गाडयेरी. So they believe in their food, and I think that is what we should do. Like amgel javan as an Indian, we should believe. तू कसा जाय म्हणा आम्ही खाताची तुमगेला तितले डिप्रेस्ड आम्ही नाची आम्ही खाऊन खुशी रसाची so leave it. You know, so it's something which I don't encourage, and I hate it when people say eat raw salad and so on. I'm like star.
वय तेंची आमगेला तशें आसल्यार आमगेला आमचें जेवण आमी एवरीडे करता पळय सॉर्ट ऑफ हाव बॅलन्स्ड इज दॅट लायक तांतू आमी आय मीन हाव गुड इज इट.
I think we all come from different regions. आमगेला एक common style असता but if I'm not wrong दाळीताई सीत उपकरी चणा तसले असता. I would say it is very good but दाळीताई म्हणताना डेली दाळी खाला रात्री कसले विंगड खायची आ कसं म्हणणार थोडा व्हेरायटी ऍड करायची आता दाळी आज खाल्ली म्हणजे 2 दिवस नंतर विंगड दाळाच्या दाळी करायची रेड असता येल्लो चणा तूर सो समथिंग लाईक दॅट कीप चेंजिंग ऍड व्हेरायटी एक मोनोटनस खाऊ नका आज बीटरूट केल म्हणजे फाय पोटॅटोच करायची आणि खंयचे फूड एक फूड पळयतना इट शुड बी कलरफुल. And it is true you need protein because dal and protein asta but the quantity is also very less. तुका 100 ग्राम दाल अंतू तुका हार्डली एक 5 ग्राम जो मेळटल तितले मेळना तुका हावे दाल आमगेल पातळ असता not taking the whole raw dal. So तिश म्हणताना तू चण खावे येता which has also good carbs and protein. आता तू पनीर आरंदे खावे येता सॉटे कोण खा so something like that add on. आमगेल वाट्ट असतं न्हू टिपिकल कोंकणी वाट्ट हॉड पोर्शन सायडा 2 सान असता सीत मध्ये आयला तुका दाळ तज वेर पडला मध्ये सेंटर अंतू यू कॅन मे बी पुट तुगेला चणा आणि जॅकफ्रुटा सब्जी हॉड बाकी 2 साइड वन साइड यू कॅन मे बी पुट वेजिटेबल्स और बोथ द साइड्स यू कॅन पुट वेजिटेबल आणि खरा केलेलं पिक्कल जाव असला एक सान स्पून पिक्कल इज नॉट हार्म सो यू कॅन.
Okay, pickle is not harming. That is still okay in small quantities. Or did you mention about homemade pickles, which would be more healthy?
Homemade pickles. I would say pickles is always best. But even if you buy store bought, let's say you have a 1 teaspoon, not the tablespoon. But if you're eating a teaspoon of it, it is not going to harm you. Seriously, stress again. How come on like manshana?
I see. Okay. Sorry, you were saying something?
No.
Okay. So this has been something that I've noticed when I came to Germany, sort of a thing, and it's been about 3 years since I'm here. So एक weird observation. कसं म्हणल्यार आम्ही हंगा full meal खाताची and similar. I mean, hanga amai karche amchigal jevanach almost like how I used to have in India. But still somehow hanga ek ghant ನಂತರ pasta sane khaucha sodita. But India antash karna like it keeps you full for at least a few hours, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's an actual difference in it. Like, do the tomatoes here differ from the tomatoes in India? Or like, how does that differ?
It differs because तू केद न खाता like अगर तू तसले जवर्ण winter ante khat mon jalari, then it will make you hungry because your body has to keep you warm. So
Okay.
that to ang warm the work manjalari, it will use all the energy. So carbs is easily digestible. It will use it, and in 1.5 or 2 hours you're hungry, or 1 hour also. Taka tu self protein add korka, fiber add korka manta. So well vegetables churd koryata. Plus tu paneer kha, natla tu since you're a pure vegetarian, chana, rajma, kasa
Yeah.
jayega. But add an extra source of protein. So ani tu gal dal and rice khata na ek nice dollop of ghee.
Yeah.
It's something which I would really recommend because they really help you with the digestion, satiety, and so on. So
I see.
ghee is something which I would recommend for people to use. Itamalare av ketna shikta sili shikchi pishpuda when I was overweight. Now ghee and rice khaye na sili.
Okay.
Rice bada 3-4 वर्ष खाई ghee appadani. Magir shiktana kartana, then I came across ki okay, ghee is actually healthy. I started. And I really observed that ghee dal rice actually helps you better. You are
Okay.
not bloated, you are kind of feeling satiated, you are happy.
Yeah.
Kade kade bhook karna. So something what I would say is ghee add every day at least 2 teaspoons in your food.
That
More, even if you add 3-4, it is fine. But people are somehow scared. So kishi advice kortumon magutna. But it's something I would really say go for it. And winter anto khawuka for your
Yeah.
knees and joints and everything.
Mhm.
I would say do that. That will help you a lot.
I see. I see. So, at the tal, we were talking about the oil earlier. You said that sunflower oil has some amount of fat, so you need to see among the first three ingredients. Especially when it comes to oil, do you have any recommendations for us as to which oil is better that we use it more than the others? For example, is olive oil better? Is sunflower oil better? Is rapeseed oil better? Like kashimon sangono. Is there something like that?
तुमगे लांबनी बप्पम खंची तेल यूज करता सिलीची.
Coconut oil and rice bran oil. That's what I've known in India.
Coconut oil and ghee or something like that. It is enough.
That
You
is
don't have to bang your head. Of course, olive oil आमगेल region नाही.
Right.
एक कसं म्हणतं म्हणाले आमगेल region कसं खात असली त्याची खायची. But you have to सांगेल very modify कोरका based on your lifestyle. But otherwise, coconut oil is best. आणि अभिता सांगतास म्हणाली, see when you buy unknown oils, okay, they say they are rich in unsaturated fat, good for heart and so on. But the moment you heat it above smoking point, you break the bond and they become saturated, which is equally harmful for your heart. Taj badla, you can rather go for coconut oil, which is actually saturated. They have a higher smoking point. To third ka monjalar, it is better. So what you're doing with the oil is important. To olive oil, thodo ghalu jaina. It is worst you can do to your body, but you can put in your salads. So that is something we have to modify. So to kasa tal malare tumgel region antu tumgel amma kanchi tal use karta silichi. Coconut is preferably rice bran. I think is coming refined. If it is refined, I will not recommend any oils because they are stripped of all the nutrients.
Okay.
Cold pressed oils are something that you get. That is something which you can go for. Peanut oil,
I see.
mustard oil, which in Indian region you have been using. You can just use that. Don't use any fancy oils.
Yeah.
If you find there is a price range high as Monjala, German into raps oil is better than other oils because of the double bond saturated. That's what is recommended also for kids in the schools. Raps oil is something which you can add and cook if you're interested.
Got it. Okay, that's nice to know. Okay, now to spice some things up here, Varsha, I have a fun thing for you. So this section is called like a quick fire round or something. I want to know your takes on something, Chaitwa. So I have to get topic ditta. Maybe just quickly just say one word or 1 or 2 sentences at the max. Okay, quick. Chaitwa, I'll ask you something and then quick. So ready, va? Okay. So give me your gut reaction on proteins.
Essential.
Coffee.
Limited.
Dark chocolates.
Limited.
Nitrates in meat, like sausages or something.
Avoid.
Strength training for women.
Very important.
One food you can never say no to.
Dal rice.
Of course, Amgal Kuldev. Okay. One food you wish that didn't exist on this planet.
French fries.
Your guilty pleasure snack.
Fruits.
Food you
They're not
pretend to
guilty,
like.
sorry.
Hmm?
You asked for guilty, right?
Guilty pleasure snack, yeah.
Yeah. Then I would say cakes.
Cakes, yeah, same here. Tashichi, food that you like, that you pretend to like, but you actually don't.
Vegan food.
Wait, I'm katagal reason gota sir. Weirdest food that you've ever tried.
I think it was snail.
Really? Oh my god. Sweet or savory?
Sweet.
Okay. आणि तू लायफान तू एक्को एक क्युझिन खावेत तू म्हणून म्हणल्यार खंयचें आसता आशिल्लें
Ekka cuisine.
Why?
Acha, cuisine in general.
Yeah, in general, yeah.
Very Indian, of
Indian.
course.
Home cooked meal or occasional meal at a fancy restaurant?
Occasional meal at a fancy restaurant.
Okay. One kitchen gadget that you really like and that helps you maintain the nutrition in food. I mean, is there some sort of a pan, kadai, or something like that which you really want to like? I mean, maybe an aluminium kadai, iron kadai ki kashi.
Baking oven, because it saves my time and I can cook faster.
I see. And if you had to give up on one thing forever, would it be coffee or chocolate?
Coffee.
Okay. Tashi. And then what is harder? Okay. Reading nutritional food labels or German bureaucracy?
German bureaucracy.
Now, what would be your superhero power if you were a food woman?
Try to put some logic in people that not you don't have to follow all the trends in the market.
That's nice. So yes, that's all I had for you in this.
Thank you. It was fun. It was fun.
Yes, so before we at the wrap up, what do you think is your? I mean, we'll move on to the Q&A, of course. But before that, what do you think is next in your career wise?
I would say I would like to be an entrepreneur, and it's like that ikigai where you want purpose and you want your passion. So I would say like something like consultation is what I would want to do. And that's why I'm not leaving industry, because then you will not know what is going on in the industry. So I'm holding on to that and then doing this job. So I think getting into consultation is something what I would do. And also, once I'm in India, try to do some good recipes, which is healthy, simple, and sell them to the people.
Yeah.
Where the ingredients are actually good and for our country with our local ingredients, so we can help the farmers and people can actually start eating the local stuffs.
Right. So, girl, the Uncut Bites is now any exciting projects or maybe courses that you plan to launch or any sort of new plans around that?
I would say definitely courses, short-term courses I have. And I have actually, I would love to really go more in depth about ingredients, nutrition for kids, plating, how you should plate your meal based on your lifestyle, and sticking to your tradition. So this is something, because I have studied nutrition, Jalarmaka, Tukka, for example, when you have certain disease condition, let's say it in that way, I cannot train you that in like for that, because our practice karni, but our kasa shikla and our industry in kasa paditas, that's something which I can impart, where you can actually put in your daily habit and make your life better.
Right.
So that way I do offer courses, and then people can choose if they want to, and they can connect with me over WhatsApp.
Okay. That's really nice to know. Mast thanks for being here.
No problem.
And Yamgelo too, full eye-opening, literally eye-opening tips share kela laka. So,
Yeah, no issues.
without any further ado.